Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's only a week left of May and it's time to say goodbye to our cute little cat friends from my May bullet journal setup. And in today's video, we will be setting up my bullet journal for June 2024, which I hope will be loved by all Ghibli lovers out there. And now, without further ado, let's start planning. Alright, as you saw from the video thumbnail, this month's theme is a Studio Ghibli theme. It's not just only a tutorial theme because the other spreads in this entire setup will feature a different Studio Ghibli film. There's going to be Spirited Away, Kiki's Delivery Service, and Howl's Moving Castle. So please stay and watch until the end to see what I have created. And now let's talk a little bit about the inspiration behind this theme. So recently I went to a trip to Japan around April and I was really lucky to get my hands on the tickets to the Ghibli Museum in Mitaka. It's a museum showcasing the work of the Japanese animation studio Studio Ghibli. And if you're not familiar with Studio Ghibli, they're basically the studio that made My Neighbor Totoro, the Oscar winner Spirited Away, Howl's Moving Castle, Kiki's Delivery Service, Ponyo, Princess Mononoke, Castle in the Sky, and so much more beautiful films. The museum was designed by the Studio Ghibli director himself, Hayao Miyazaki, and there's lots of amazing exhibits, a theater showing the museum's original short animation, a rooftop garden, lots of stairways and balconies waiting for us to explore. Exploring the exhibits was when I feel truly inspired, and I was just so amazed by how the films come to life from the initial sketches to the final animation. I also had the chance to see Hayao Miyazaki's workplace that was surrounded by lots of art supplies and sketches of the films. Everywhere I look, there is always something beautiful to see, whether it's a finished masterpiece hanging on the wall or a rough sketch waiting to be polished on the table. Visiting the museum was truly inspiring and it makes me feel more enriched when I left than when I entered. So when I got back home, I knew I had to dedicate my June bullet journal setup with a Studio Ghibli theme. And I actually did a tutorial theme in January 2021 when I first started bullet journaling. And the tutorial theme is the first ever monthly bullet journal setup I've made. And now, almost after 3 years of bullet journaling, we're making yet another tutorial theme cover page because this film just holds a very special place in my heart. So for this month's cover page, I drew Totoro and his friends like walking through a field filled with beautiful flowers, which is perfect for the spring season. So for my cover page, I use my Crayola Super Tip pens to layer down the greens, and then I use a dark green color pencil for the grass details. And after that, I just use my Posca paint pens to kind of dot the flowers. To be honest, I spent quite some time choosing the colors for this because I really wanted to match the greens that Studio Ghibli uses in their films. But I guess the time spent on choosing the color palette was really worth it because I am really happy with how the cover page turned out, and I'm also really happy with the monthly log too, especially the border around the title, monthly log. The border has like these little elements from the film like the shoot balls, leaves, mushrooms, and acorns, and it just fits the tutorial theme so well. And I also love the drawing of Totoro's friends, like walking across the flower field, as it makes it more cohesive with the cover page. And I guess that's it for my tutorial theme cover page and monthly log. And the next two pages are going to be my trackers, and both of them are going to be Spirited Away themed. So now, let's set up my mood tracker and habit tracker for the month of June. So for those who haven't watched Spirited Away, the film tells the story of Chihiro, a 10-year-old girl trapped in a mysterious world ruled by gods, witches, and spirits, when she and her parents accidentally enter an abandoned amusement park. After her parents got turned into pigs, she sets out on a journey to save her parents and return back to her own world. And even though the journey was a bit frightening, she did make some good friends along the way, like Haku the dragon, Kamaji the boilerman, Lin the worker at the bathhouse, and these adorable shoot balls that I'm drawing for my mood tracker. So each of the star candy that the shoot balls are holding, or the star candies that are just lying on the ground, is going to represent each day in the month of June, where I'm just going to color them in with different colors according to my mood. And this mood tracker is actually inspired by the scene where Lin, the worker at the bathhouse, was feeding the shoot balls by throwing handfuls of the star candy from a bucket. I honestly really love how this mood tracker turned out, and it just looks like it came straight out of the film. And oh yeah, I'm also very in love with the lantern header that I did, which kind of looks like the ones in the food street where Chihiro's parents were turned into pigs. It really fits the Spirited Away theme, and that's why I also did the same exact lantern headers for my habit tracker too. So for this month's habit tracker, I decided to make like these individual habit trackers, but I'm only making 3 of them for 3 of the habits that I want to track this month, which are skincare, working out, and taking my daily vitamins. And beside the individual habit trackers, I made a drawing of No Face, a character from Spirited Away as well, standing in front of the bathhouse that Chihiro works in. This character always scares me when I was a little kid with its super scary mask, so I try to draw it like a little bit chubbier and cuter with a smile on his face. But actually, as I grow older and rewatch the film a few more times, No Face wasn't that scary anymore because I start to see the deeper themes within the story. And I'm not going to give any spoilers to those who haven't watched the film, but yeah, revisiting the film as an adult allows me to appreciate more of the hidden meanings and messages that they are trying to convey. So yeah, even though it's like already the 20th time that I'm watching Spirited Away, I still really enjoy and love the film. And I'm also really happy with how these 2 Spirited Away themed trackers turned out in the end. So yeah, I guess that's it for my Spirited Away theme mood and habit tracker for this setup. Okay, now flipping over to the next page is going to be my budget tracker that helps me to keep track of both my income and expenses. And for this budget tracker and the brain dump page next to it are going to be Kiki's delivery service theme. Kiki's delivery service is also one of my top favorites, and it tells the story of Kiki, a young witch on her mandatory 1-year witch training to enhance her magical powers. With the company of her black cat Gigi, she moves to a seaside town and starts working as a flying courier using her magical broom. During her deliveries, she faces challenges and learns valuable lessons about friendship, responsibilities, and self-confidence. I honestly love this film so much, and my favorite character has to be Gigi, so that's why I have to draw Gigi at the corner of my budget tracker table. And oh yeah, I also simply love the bakery shelf headers that I did for both the pages. It makes me feel like I'm inside the bakery as well, and of course I also have to draw the scene where Kiki was lying her head on her hands at the table and just looking out of the window of the bakery. It's such a visually beautiful and iconic scene from the film that I have to include it. And I know this month's bullet journal theme might be a bit more challenging than usual, and I apologize if it feels less beginner friendly. I wanted to take the challenge to step out of my comfort zone and try something new to improve my art skills. Like Kiki, I realized how important it is to follow my heart rather than holding back out of fear that my work might be too difficult or not well received. So yeah, I hope you all can support me on this, and I hope it inspires you too to try something new in your bullet journal. And alright, the last spread that I'm going to show you all today is my first weekly spread of the month, which is going to be House Moving Castle themed. So as usual, I drew 7 boxes for all the 7 days of the week, Monday to Sunday, where I'll be writing down my daily tasks and events if there's any. And at the bottom of each box, I either drew a sunny side up egg or a strip of bacon because those two food are from the iconic and mouth-watering cooking scene in Howl's Moving Castle. And then at the top left corner of the pages, I just drew Sophie and Howl facing each other in the secret flower garden with some shooting stars flying across the sky. And lastly, before we move on to the flip through, I just wanted to say that all these Ghibli films will forever hold a very special place in my heart, not only because of its heartwarming storyline or its cute or handsome characters, but more of it is because of the moments that I shared watching the films with my dad when I was little. Thank you so much to my dad for introducing me to the world of Ghibli, and thanks for making my childhood so magical. Your love and the Ghibli magic has left a lasting impact on me, and I am forever grateful for it. So thank you so much, Dad. Okay, so let's stop before I start to get more emotional. And here's just the final flip through of my bullet journal setup for June 2024. It was so fun creating the spreads, from brainstorming to sketching and drawing the actual spreads. Although it was quite of a challenge creating this month's theme, but it was a great challenge indeed as I got to practice my drawing skills, and I'm just so happy with how the theme turned out. June is going to be a month full of magic like the Ghibli films, and I hope your June will be as magical too. And if you like the setup, please remember to like and subscribe and follow my Instagram at lootengstudio. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.